At this time, I'm going to introduce Delano Chief of Police, Chief Robert Nevarez. And I just want to say, and Chief, please share with the audience that Delano Police Department was featured in the Dispatch magazine, and you'll be better equipped to be able to explain what that's all about. Let's give them a hand.
Thank you, Pastor. I appreciate that. I want to start by, again, recognizing and acknowledging the families that are here today. I know this is not an easy experience for you. Quite to the contrary. We know it's painful, and it's causing a lot of you to relive horrible memories. I won't pretend to know what it is that you're feeling. I don't. The closest I can tell you that I've experienced is having lost both of my parents, but that was not to violence. Back then, it was hard for me to visualize the cancer that took my mom. It was hard for me to put my finger on the valley fever that took my father. What you experience is different. It's way different. Something with a conscience took your loved one. Something with the ability to choose took your loved one. Someone took something that you cherished. Only you understand that. So why do we come together for events like this? Why do we gather at community vigils? We do it because we're human. We do it because we were made to live in groups. We get things done in groups, and we heal in groups. There's something comforting in knowing that we, as a small community, that we care about each other. I still remember the persons that came to my father's funeral. My mother died over 20 years ago, so my memories of my father's death are much more current. And at my father's funeral, in the midst of my grief, pain, and sobbing, I still remember, I can still feel how comforting it was to have somebody reach out and give me a hug of support, or just some supportive words. I still remember collapsing into the arms of a woman from my church. I didn't even know her that well. I don't know, for some reason, there was something about her that I just felt that I could fall into her shoulder and just let go and release. And I did. I think I scared her. She didn't know what was going on. But it meant a great deal to me. And it helped me get through days that I didn't think I was going to have the energy to make it through. I still remember the phone calls. I remember the text messages. I remember the emails. It meant something. And I imagine it means something similar to you. The reason we come together is because every day you wake up and you go to bed with this on your mind. And I'm sure you wonder, does anybody else care? Well, I'm here to tell you that we care. This city cares. This police department cares. I care. My commanders care. My officers care. The detectives working on your cases, they care. And the reason that we put ourselves out here is we need to feel just a little bit of what it is that you're feeling every day. We have to remember. Because through that, it re-energizes us, it motivates us, it propels us to not give up and to continue to do everything humanly possible to bring justice. We're here to show you through our actions, through our behaviors, by being here, that you're not alone.
Thank you, Chief Nevarez. At this time, I'd like to introduce to you newly sworn-in Chief of Police for the City of McFarland, Kenny Williams. Let's give him a hand clap here.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kenny Williams. I'm the new chief in McFarland. I've been there a total of about 25 days now. I'm deeply honored to be here. This is my first time attending a vigil in the city of Delano. I just want to say God bless all of you. And God touch the hearts of the families that have lost victims of violence. As a patrolman years and years ago in Kern County, I remember responding to a call for service and getting there and seeing a young man laying on the sidewalk. And the young man had been shot and was bleeding. And I remember vividly the ambulances arriving, and my fellow officers arriving. I remember seeing the witnesses, and I vividly remember every component of that particular incident. But I have to tell you, the thing that I remember the most was not that young man laying on the ground, and not the scene itself. But what I remember is I remember the pain and the suffering of the parents of that victim when they arrived on scene. I will never forget that. The loss of a child is the most painful thing that a parent will experience. God did not mean for us to bury our children. God meant for our children to bury us. The families that have lost a loved one, I empathize with the amount of pain and suffering that you experience and that you're still experiencing. I am hopeful that through collaboration with the communities and with the agencies in the communities, that we can successfully help prevent these tragedies and hopefully move towards a more peaceful existence. Let's bond together in an effort to assure and ensure that nobody and no parents experience the pain and the suffering that you folks have experienced. Our police and our communities hold some of the responsibilities to help assure that these tragedies do not happen. I'm encouraged that through the collaboration with the communities and that the development of and implementation of opportunities for our youth will help us overcome some of these tragedies and help prevent some of these tragedies. Let's honor these young men and women who have lost their lives by being vigilant in the prevention and deterrence of violent crimes. I want to thank you for the honor to be here today and speak to you. And with that, God bless you all.
Thank you, Chief. Appreciate you being here. And may God bless you and your leadership and your staff there at the Police Department of McFarland.